Without further ado, let's begin today's presentation, Transform Clinical Workflows and Patient Care with Corti's Secure AI Assistant. I'd like to introduce you to our presenters. First is Derek Leidy. Derek is the President and CEO of Northland Companies. Corti is a U.S. partner and the largest dictation reseller in North America. Since 1982, Northland Companies has been and continues to be one of the most trusted names for voice recording and clinical documentation solutions. Also presenting today is Dr. Frederick Brabant. Frederick serves as the Chief Medical and Strategy Officer at Corti, a leading AI-driven healthcare company. At Corti, Frederick leverages his extensive expertise in healthcare technology and focuses on shaping the company's medical strategy and global footprint. Last but not least is Christian Schaefer, Sales Executive and Channel Account Manager for Northland. Christian will be assisting Frederick with the demo portion of today's meeting. Next slide, please. I want to take a brief moment to outline today's agenda. Derek will provide an introduction to the state of AI in U.S. healthcare. This will transition to Frederick's introduction and demonstration of Corti with Christian. We'll end the webinar by discussing how you can get started with Corti Assistant and address your questions. I'd now like to turn over today's presentation to Derek. Next slide.
Great, thank you, Beth, for that warm introduction. Welcome, everyone. Good afternoon. Artificial intelligence is ushering in a new era of innovation in the U.S. healthcare system by leveraging technologies like machine learning, natural language processing, and predictive analytics, which are transforming how healthcare is delivered, managed, and experienced. Next slide, please. Corti Assistant, an AI-powered medical scribe, takes this further by capturing patient conversations in real time, generating structured clinical notes, with features like speech recognition, context-aware assistance, and secure data handling. Corti helps reduce administrative burdens, improves the accuracy and efficiency of healthcare documentation, and enables more time for patient care. Next slide, please. I now would like to turn it over to Dr. Brabant, who will walk us through the power of Corti Assistant with a live demonstration. Dr. Brabant, please take it away.
Thanks. Thanks a lot, Derek. Appreciate it. Thanks everybody for joining today, making time to your busy agenda, and we have some exciting things to share with you. Before I dive in, I also want to thank the partnership with Northland, who will bring the Corti products to market in North America. Very much appreciate the entire Northland team. So, who is Corti? Meet Corti. Corti is a AI specialized company, and at Corti we build foundation language models really prepared for healthcare, based on healthcare, and to serve clinicians. The company is originated out of Denmark, Copenhagen, headquarters in New York, also offices in London. We're a worldwide player. And as I mentioned, at Corti we build very, very specialized healthcare models to serve doctors, nurses, and all kinds of clinicians. I focus on this point because you all know that there are many other AI models out these days, and many noise and messages around that, but models from China or other places, which are more general purpose AI models, which I also try to get used to in healthcare. Corti has a different approach. We believe strongly that healthcare deserves its own specialized models, trained on medical data, focused on what clinicians do, and in that way become much more safer, secure, and compliant. And that's the focus. We sometimes compare it that if you're a surgeon and you need to perform a surgery, you're not going to use a Swiss Army knife. You want your specialized tools. That's very much what we do. In that scope, we built a product called Corti Assistant. And Corti Assistant is really built with a purpose to reduce administration for clinicians and let doctors and nurses focus on the patients and not on paper. What it does is it listens to the conversation between a doctor and a patient, a nurse and a patient, and transforms that into a structured clinical note. Corti Assistant can actually work within your medical workflow. That's really important, and it's fit to how you work today. And it can be adapted with specific templates to your specialty and also to the EHR that you're working in to make sure that the sections that we extract data and structure the data are mapped to the sections you want to have. It's specified. In addition, Corti also supports multiple languages. You can have a conversation with your patient in Spanish and get a note created in English. All of that happens real time. So while you speak and when the conversation is going on, the note is being built and being created live while you speak. It's real-time AI, and all of that is delivered in a very safe and secure way. I want to go a little bit more deeper on this safe, secure, and compliant. As I mentioned, Corti is one of the unique companies who has specific healthcare foundation models, and with that, that's how we differentiate in the market. And it is based on, if you benchmark the Corti models to other players in the market, it has several effects that are very important for clinicians, me being one myself. The first one is the accuracy of speech recognition. The Corti output is highly accurate, built for healthcare and understanding medical conversations. The second part is the note that is being created. As a clinician, as a doctor, you want it to be the exact information in the note, nothing too extra, nothing can be missing, and certainly no hallucinations. And the third element that I want to highlight here is actually the length of the note. We all have seen and played around with ChatGPT, creating huge amount of text. You want to have it concise. You want to have focus to the point so it remains readable for clinicians. And that is also something which is unique. With that, I want to highlight one of our customers. We have many customers around the world, and we support more than 10 different languages. Global Medical Response is one of our key customers in North America. They use the Corti platform to analyze and give advice about calls and fully get an after the fact review of what has been said, and it helps the agents in assisting in the decision making. More than 100 million interactions happen over the platform every year via Global Medical Response. So very proud about this customer and glad to share this with you. We showed you already many slides today. The focus of today is really hands-on, and we want to show you a live demo. I want to dive into this instead of going over many more other slides. I'm happy that Christian is here. Christian will be the patient. We will do a role play. I'll switch in a second to another screen, and you will hear us talking for 2-3 minutes, and then we'll go a little bit over the applications. Oh, give me a second here. And thanks a lot, Christian, for joining here.
Sure thing.
So the first thing we see on the screen is that you can actually select if you do an in-person consultation or you do a telemedicine consultation, which is called virtual. You can select your language. They said we support more than 10 different languages, and then what template you're going to choose. Here, I selected the SOAP template, and actually will move to a virtual consultation. Okay. Hey, Christian, nice to meet you. How can I help you today?
Good morning, doctor. The reason I'm coming in to see you, for the past few days, my throat has just been killing me.
Okay. And you said a couple of days. How many days is this going on?
Thinking back, I'm thinking it started about 4 days ago,
Okay.
and has gradually gotten worse, and got me to the point where we're talking today.
Any other symptoms you have? Coughing, pain when swallowing, fever?
No, I haven't really been coughing. Like you say, it does hurt when I swallow, and a little stuffy, like a little congestion as
Okay.
well.
Have you felt that you've got some swollen lymph nodes in the neck, anything like that, or?
Yeah, particularly on my left side, it feels a little tender. Like I think it is a little swollen there.
Okay. A headache? Do you have a headache or?
No, not a headache so much. Just the
Yeah.
throat pain when I swallow.
Have you been taking some medication for this, or are you taking any medication now?
Yeah, I started taking ibuprofen today because of the pain.
Okay. Yeah. Um, uh, have have you had anything like this before?
Yeah, I mean I've experienced similar things like this throughout my life. They've come and gone, but this is persistent. Um,
Yeah.
so
And
similar, I guess. Yeah.
any medical any diseases that you have that I need to be aware about?
No real family history that I know
Okay.
of.
Do you smoke or do you regularly drink alcohol?
I do not smoke. I drink. I'll have a beer maybe once, twice a month. That's about it.
Okay, that's fine. So let me have a look and do my examination. So when I look in your throat, I see that your your throat is red and your tonsils are swollen. I also see white plaques on the tonsils. Um, your your ear examination is normal. When I listen to your lung, the lung auscultation is normal, so your lungs are clear. I feel some swollen lymph nodes in your neck. Your heart rate is a little bit faster than normal, 84. So I don't see any rash, and everything else seems normal. So here is my assessment, Christian. You have a throat infection, and what is important, there can be two reasons for that. This can be due to a virus or bacterial. And it is really important in the treatment to understand the difference. So we will do a throat swab to actually see what the causes of the infection, and that will help us in help in the diagnosis and the treatment. Um, okay, thank you. Here is the result back already. I see that the throat swab is positive for a Streptococcus bacteria, which is as I said, a bacterial infection of your throat. This means that we will prescribe antibiotics. We will give you amoxicillin. You will need to take that for 10 days. It's important you finish the full 10 days. Even if it's better after 3-4 days, you really need to finish it. It's also important to drink a lot of fluids. You can keep on taking ibuprofen if you have pain. If you don't have pain, you don't need to do this. If it doesn't get better in 3-4 days, you should come back and we'll have another look. But that's somehow what the plan is. Any questions around that, Christian?
No, that sounds good.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, by the way, is it possible I saw you last weekend at the Red Sox game?
Yes, it's very possible. We should catch a game together sometime.
Oh, yeah. I thought I saw you, so good to know. Okay, all the best, and speak to you next time.
Thanks, doctor.
Okay. So with this ends the diagnosis, the treatment. And what do we see on the screen? A couple of things. The first thing is that we see here that the title is added, Streptococcus throat infection, that is given to the document. You see that the structure of the screen, that there is a transcript which is actually listing the entire conversation, and then we have the documentation. And that part is really put in a structure that of the SOAP node as we selected. As I mentioned in the beginning, you can actually define or select any other templates that are available, make them specific to your EHR. When I scroll through that, I see the different sections of my note, and I can now read that, proofread that, and make some edits. So let me quickly do that to double check it. The pain is not swelling. Okay. So this section looks good to me. I have several options to update and edit the text if that would not be the case. So first of all, I can just start typing in a note. So no family history. I also have the possibility just to use my voice and turn on the microphone like a speech recognition engine. The patient is working in the construction industry in New York. Okay, so, and with that, I can actually edit my note, add things to the note. As you know, you see your patient as a clinician, the note gets created automatically. You review, you type some extra, you add a sentence if you want it, and with that, you finalize your note. I'm going to read this further through. I'm happy about this. Here I see a word that didn't been set. I can actually just take that out. The rest is all fine. Prescribe amoxicillin. All of this is fine. So I'm happy with the note. I can now sign this off, and that actually gets injected into my EHR. We can do that in different ways. Depending on every EHR is a little bit a different type of interface. So that actually goes there and finalizes it. What you also see on the screen is on the right-hand side, the possibility for a kind of AI chat, and you can actually start querying and asking questions about the consultation or the note. If you say, hey, was anything said, for example, is does the patient smoke? And it provides me, and the patient does not smoke. So with that, you can actually ask, this is a simple question, but you can ask, of course, any complex natural language question into the medical notes and medical records that provides an answer. A second thing you can do with the system is not only like questioning for content, but also how it is presented on the screen. The fact that it's like fluent text or bullet points, we can all edit that and define it as you want. For example, okay. I'm asking here to rewrite the subjective section, and I can with that update the note and create a different structure. This is all like personal preference, and we want the note to look like you feel good and how you want it to be. So these are the kind of couple of functionalities of Corti Assistant, and there's many more in the product. I'd love to speak to you more about it. And with that, I want to finish the demo, and I'm going to return back to Bev to speak a little bit how you can get access of this product.
Thank you, Derek, Frederick, and Christian. If you are interested in learning more about Corti Assistant, if you're interested in maybe seeing a more personalized demo or trying Corti Assistant free for 14 days, please contact Northland and visit our website, which is northlandsys.com/Corti-assistant. Next slide, please. At this time, we would now like to address the questions submitted. As a reminder, if you would like to submit a question, click the question symbol located in the top right corner of your screen and submit your question. Okay, it looks like we have a few questions starting to come in. Okay, does Corti work with EHRs?
I'll take that one, Beth. Thank you. Yes, we do. We work with any HL7 EHR system in the marketplace today. We simply just need the API from your EHR vendor and we offer packages that include an integration turnkey to our back-end solution.
Okay. Can the solution work across specialties, or is it meant more for general practice?
The solution indeed supports multiple specialties. So it is not only general practice. You can be cardiology, orthopedics, all of those specialties are supported.
What languages are supported?
Yeah, the system is supported in 10 plus different languages and accents. Of course, English, but also Spanish, German, French, Danish, Norwegian, even up to Arabic. So there's a long list.
How is the data stored, and is it secured?
Absolutely, I'll take that one. So we use Microsoft Azure, the US market. The data is encrypted, 256-bit AES, end-to-end, two-way.
Okay. What makes Corti unique?
So Corti is very much unique in being, number one, a very specialized healthcare model versus the general purpose model. And with that, it creates a very much higher accuracy and a safer and more compliant product. Product needs to be trusted by physicians and clinicians, and that's what we deliver.
And just to add on to that, what I'll say is, it's a closed AI model. A lot of customers we're seeing rushing to do trials with AI, say like Chat GPT. We're cautioning customers to not use an open AI model that data then is not secured. Everything we're doing with Corti is hardened, it's closed, and it's secured.
Great. The last question we currently have is, will Corti run on an iPad?
Yep. So Corti is releasing very soon their iOS model, and that will indeed be supported.
Okay. That looks to be all the questions we have currently. I'll give folks just another minute to enter any questions that they may have. In the meantime, if you have any additional questions after this presentation, please reach out to us. Our contact information is displayed on the screen. We will also send out a link to the recording after this presentation, as well as more information about the free 14-day trial. Okay, well, that looks to be everything. If you do submit any questions later on, we will follow up with you individually. Thank you, Frederick. Thank you, Christian and Derek. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.